Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is what if Zaraki Kichi, Hiyoshi, fuck it, I keep forgetting this motherfucker's name, was from the Gojo Clan. Now, before I begin into this this brand new fucking series of a new what if, it's somewhat just a test. I don't know. I know that not many people know who the hell is Zaraki. Yeah, let me remember. Zenkichi. I know not many people know who Zenkichi is, but he's from what's it called, Madaka Box, and of course he's somewhat like the protagonist of the underdog, whatever. If I can remember right, but yeah, and Madaka is supposed to be like the main character. Whatever. I haven't actually finished what's it called, Madaka Box. What's it called, a normal or whatever. Because I think I'm like on episode 7 or something, but not the point. Of course, I'm not gonna go fully into that series. Kinda. I know there's like, it's pretty old, the anime. It's like they made it like 2012 and hasn't made season 2 or anything. So I might have to go into the manga, but I'm gonna have to read the manga in the first place. Yeah, I suck. But yes, I know there's one character that's pretty damn broken in what's it called, Madaka Box, because of his ability to just say shit and make it disappear. Yeah. Now, not the point. Let me begin into this what if, and yeah. So, we begin into, Zenkichi. Zenkichi just smashed the wall with frustration. Of course, first Madaka is right now, Madaka-chan is in the kind of like nurse's office and at the same time a hospital. Of course, where Zenkichi smashes his fist into the wall because of a text message he just received. He's like, son of a bitch. Whatever. This is where Zenkichi walked out of a room. Of course, his room was empty enough. It was just a classroom. Of course, punching it doesn't mean that he might be in a normal or not. But that's not the point. Of course, this is where, Zenkichi, he is kind of walking out until he saw something too strange, even in the school. Way too strange. What that strange thing is some of the abnormals fighting a cursed spirit. The abnormals can seem to see this cursed spirit, mostly not user, but a cursed spirit, and the cursed spirit was kind of laughing at them. Now, of course, this is where Zenkichi was kind of weirded out because he knows that cursed spirits don't actually talk in the first place, and why the fuck are they here when here in what's it called, South Korea, because there's some people that in the anime says that speak Japanese, so I'm guessing they're not really in Japan, but of course I'm gonna just say South Korea. This is where Zenkichi knows that here in South Korea, cursed spirits don't actually come here because there's not that much negative emotions in the air. This is where he knows Japan has it, and also part of China and other countries, but this is where Zenkichi's weirded out. This is where Zenkichi kind of just took off something from his eyes, these eye lenses, and then put them in a box. This box that had this white, mostly it was a white box that had the crest of, some of the Gojo Clan. And this is where, he puts it in his pocket, and this is where he says, curse energy red. And one finger, and this is where he launches it at, the cursed spirit. The cursed spirit got obliterated in an instant, while, the abnormals were confused. And why the abnormals are here? Because they're mostly not there in the anime. Until Madaka kind of is trying to be recruited to the Flask. Not her mostly, but they are trying to force her to go into the Flask plan. Yeah. Of course, that's why the abnormals are here. 3 abnormals saw this and saw, what's it called, Zenkichi do it. This is where Zenkichi says, I need you to forget about this. White ball, white blank memory race. This is where he threw it at, what's it called, these 3 abnormals, and this is where they passed down and then knocked the fuck out. This is where someone actually saw this. This is where, Zenkichi was saying, good, at least no one needs to know about what I am. This is where, someone says, no one needs to know about that, Zenkichi-kun, don't they? Zenkichi turns around really fast and sees, this is called Uzen-san, the guy who fought against Madaka. This is where, Zenkichi says, shit. This is where he had his eyes closed in the first place, but still can see what's it called, Uzen-san. This is where, Uzen-san says, wow, Zenkichi, I never thought he was this powerful. Able to destroy some random creature and destroy some abnormals in an instant, making them black out. You know, Zenkichi, you're pretty powerful. Then again, I feel like you're not normal. You're probably an abnormal. And that's where Zenkichi tries to play it off and say, what do you mean? I am a normal. There's nothing abnormal about me. That's where, well, Zenkichi says, really? Then why is your head, mostly your hair, turning purplish but yet white at the same time? Zenkichi says, fuck. The illusion is breaking off. He thinks in his head. This is where, well, Zenkichi goes to a room, and this is where he says, curse energy blue. This is where he pulls Uzen towards this what's called room. Of course, he doesn't grab him, he mostly just pulls him. This is where he closes the door, and of course, this is where Zenkichi kind of looks and says, listen up. I don't want you to tell Madaka or anything, so I'm only going to have to erase your memories right now. Uzen says, really? You're going to try to erase my memories? I thought we were cool, Zenkichi. I thought you weren't going to do anything crazy. You know, since I am your second class. That's where it was. Zenkichi says, yeah, I know that you're my upper graded person, classman, but I don't care. I just don't want you to tell Madaka or anyone. This is where, well, before what's called Zenkichi does anything more, this is where he gets a phone text. Well, a couple phone texts. This is where, well, when he looks into what's it called his phone, he sees something very embarrassing, and this is where he just smashes his phone down to the ground and starts stomping and saying, son of a bitch, you fucking perverted bastards. Can't you just leave me the fuck alone for 1 fucking second? This is where, well, Uzen looks confused, going, huh? This is where, well, Zenkichi says, his face is nothing but red, kind of a, well, reddish and pinkish color at the same time. This is where, well, he says, why do those bastards annoy me so much? Damn it, uncle. You're always pissing me off at the same time. Just because I don't want to be the fucking clan head doesn't mean you gotta piss me off. This is where, well, he's getting angry and frustrated, and this is where Uzen says, what is happening? Seems that you seem pretty angry and flustered. Why is that? This is where, well, we go into the images that, well, Zenkichi was sent. It was mostly a couple of images from his, well, 3 uncles. Now, of course, these 3 uncles are from kind of the Gojo Clan. This is where, well, one of them kind of sent him about heart, and mostly send him like mostly like these emojis for a guy and a girl and a heart, and yeah. When is that going to happen? Of course, one of them sent him a text saying, when are you going to bring grandkids? This is where another one says, you know you need to become the clan head, so make your harem now. This is where, well, Zenkichi was already frustrated with their bullshit half the time. They're all older than him. Of course, he's only 15. And of course, he doesn't need to deal with their shit. This is where he's annoyed and pissed. But yeah, this is where Zenkichi says, nothing. This is where, well, they were like, well, Uzen says, really, nothing. Okay, so tell me, why you have your eyes closed? Zenkichi opened them and looks. When what's it called? Uzen sees. He sees what's it called, a star. Well, mostly first. The outline is kind of a black, yes, but of course this is where it inside it's blue, like a dark blue and a kind of sky blue color. Of course, it looks to be like clouds and all that, whatever. It looks to be the world inside Zenkichi's eyes. Of course, then into that eye has what's it called, these like this white star that has like what's it called like 8 kind of like spikes in it. It looks to be like a star like that. Of course, where, well, the kind of around that kind of white star seems to be red, crimson, kind of bloody red and all that. And then inside that white star seems to be another cross star, but this time it's purple and black. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, now that you see my eyes, I need to erase your memories. Sorry about this, Uzen. This is where Uzen said, wait. Why you gotta erase my memories? I won't say anything. Besides, I barely even talk to Madaka half the time. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, I know that, but I need to erase your memories. This is where, well, what's it called? Well, mostly Uzen says, come on. You don't need to do that. Besides, those eyes are pretty damn cool. What the hell? How the hell do... Wait, no, your eyes were blue before. This is where Zenkichi pulls out what's it called, this box that kind of has a crest of the Gojo symbol. But of course, it's where, well, it's kind of also has what's it called, well, inside it eye lenses. This is where, well, Uzen says, oh, wait, but that doesn't make sense with your, well, hair now. That's where, well, Zenkichi says, fine, if you want to learn pretty much about me, I basically put an illusion around me. Basically just stunt my growth and to basically stunt my hairstyle color before changing to purely fucking white and purple. There, are you happy? This is where Zenkichi's already annoyed, and this is where Uzen says, kind of. I'm satisfied with a little bit of the answer, but you don't need to scream. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, shut up already and let me erase your memories. This is where Uzen says, wait. What if Madaka finds out? This is where, well, Zenkichi says, she never needs to find out. She never needs to know about my clan. This is where, well, Uzen says, wait, you are from a clan? This is where Zenkichi says, fuck. Okay, let me explain a little bit my clan. This is where Zenkichi actually explains a little bit more than just his clan about the fact that his uncles want him to have a harem. This is where Uzen says, that would be pretty damn nice. That sounds really nice. This is where Zenkichi says, it doesn't. For being the fucking, well, supposedly the son of the previous main head really sucks. Ever since I was born, kind of sucks. That's where, well, Uzen says, but wait, ever since you were born, wait. How did you get to South Korea if you were born in, well, Japan? Especially somewhere in Tokyo. This is where, well, Zenkichi explains a little bit. When he was born, he was 1 year old. Of course, he was about to turn 2 years old still in Japan if he didn't accidentally use a teleportation ability. An imagined teleportation ability that he managed to kind of copy a little bit from someone who was in the clan mostly, or was just a guest from the clan. And of course, when they kind of made him use it, he was teleported into, well, somewhere where Madaka kind of met him at first. And he was 2 and she was 2. Of course, Madaka was interested in Zenkichi, and of course, Zenkichi's eyes weren't as what's it called, this perfected color yet. Mostly it was still blue, of course, this is where, well, his hair was also yellow at that time. This is where Zenkichi explains when he got to middle school, he realized that his hair was changing. He needed to keep dyeing it so what's called Madaka doesn't notice. And also, well, his eyes are also changing. He was growing more taller than Madaka. This is where, well, he needs to stump all that so he just looked like a normal person and not out of normal because he didn't want to be a target mostly. This is where, well, Uzen says, well, you were going to be a target anyway. You were hanging out with Madaka. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, whatever. She would probably be the only childhood friend I have from my past. Someone. This is where, well, Uzen says, well, that's interesting. But still, damn. And besides, you're taller than me, more good looking than me, and also, did your face also change to be a little bit more palish? This is where, well, Zenkichi says, this is part of the clan. I guess everyone in the clan kind of becomes palish, and their hair just becomes white, but still overpowered and strong. Because the only powerful person is one of my uncles, one of the main ones, who was basically my father's brother somewhat. And that's where, well, Uzen says, still, having a fucking harem, that sounds great. Uzen says, this is where Zenkichi says, no, it's not. Well, calm down. I know that you are in love with Madaka. No, this is where Zenkichi says, no, she's my childhood friend. Come on, you don't need to lie about it. That's where Uzen kind of uses his elbow to kind of hit what's it called, Zenkichi and all that. And Zenkichi says, this is where Uzen noticed that he isn't hitting Zenkichi kinda. He's like hitting the air, and of course this is where, well, he feels like if he tries to push in more, it doesn't work. It seems like to go very slowly. This is where, well, Uzen kind of jumped out of the way and says, besides, what's so bad at having a harem, he says. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, a lot. First, my uncle would be very, very perverted. Fuck. And I don't want to deal with that shit. But yeah. This is where, well, Uzen says, they can't be that bad. This is where Zenkichi would have showed him the pictures and whatever bullshit they sent, but he realized he crushed the phone and he realized he's gonna have to go get another one. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, never mind. I would have showed you, but I crushed my phone out of frustration. This is where, well, Uzen says, well, that seems like a UFO. Whatever. I still need to erase her. This is where Uzen says, come on, can we not just like be kind of friends a little bit? This is where Zenkichi says, I'm not trying to make you forget a lot of things. You won't forget the fight between Madaka, so you still seem to be normal. I'm just gonna make you forget this moment that you were talking to me. Uzen says, come on. This is where, well, before they even keep talking and all that, an explosion happens outside. This is where, well, both Uzen and Zenkichi went their eyes. Mostly Zenkichi felt the cursed energy outside. This is where he says, what the? This is where, well, Uzen says, huh? Damn, must be the normals right now attacking Madaka. This is where, Zenkichi says, what do you mean abnormals? Well, my sister, since I lost against Madaka, they will start attacking, Madaka, since they want to either become in the part of the group of the 13 group for the Flask Clan or something. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, what the fuck is a Flask? Whatever. Let's just go. This is where Zenkichi opens the door. Of course, he has his eyes closed, but this is where he sees Mogi kind of running past him. This is where he realizes he needs to put on his eyelens, but it will take too far. This is where he kind of put his arm around, well, first, kind of grab Mogi from the neck and kind of push to the wall. This is where Mogi's like, it's Zenkichi. This is where, well, she noticed what's called the purplish hair. And this is where Zenkichi says, Mogi, I'm gonna need that, what's it called, bowish tie around your, hair. This is where Mogi says, what? This is where, well, Zenkichi just takes it and puts it around his eyes. Because, well, he needs to cover up his eyes. This is where, well, Zenkichi starts running towards where the exit's at. And this is where Mogi says, wait, Zenkichi, what happened to your hair? This is where Uzen says, yo. This is where, well, Mogi says, you're Uzen-san. Wait, what is happening? I don't know. That's why I'm going outside. Damn it, I need to get to the district, whatever bullshit. Whatever he works in. Mostly the kind of disciplined kind of district, but yeah. This is where, when he gets out, well, mostly Mogi, Zenkichi, and Uzen, they kind of see, well, something happened. There is, the leader of the Flask Clan, the guy with yellow hair, and of course, he's right now down on his knees, kind of breathing really hard, and this is where Madaka is also near him, bowing down a little bit. Just, not on purpose, mostly they're just tired. This is where the other members of the Flask Clan are also kind of tired at the same time. Fighting against this person with a tuxedo, with a black tuxedo and black hair. And his eyes are nothing but a yellowish color, darkish yellowish color. Smiling like a madman, saying, Is this seriously what the Sandbox Academy has? Nothing but pure weaklings? I don't even need to fight you. My soldiers can do it for me. Besides, I'm only here for one person. And one person only. I want Zenkichi. Zenkichi. This is where, well, Madaka says, what do you want with Zenkichi-kun? This is where, well, this guy says, oh, don't worry what I want for him. Pretty much, I want to fight him. He was the rival that I was born with. And so, I will fight him, no matter what. Zenkichi says, who the hell is this bastard? This is where, well, Zenkichi kind of appeared next to Madaka. And this is where he kind of puts his arm across her and says, don't you dare fight him. This is where, well, Madaka says, Zenkichi? This is where, well, the other 13 Flask members kind of see this, seeing Zenkichi. Of course, the one thing that's just like brightening up everyone's day is the fact that Zenkichi's hair is white and purple. Like a whitish purplish color. And this is where, well, he has a blindfold right now on. This is where, well, Zenkichi kind of says, don't fight Madaka. You would just get in the way for right now. That's why Madaka says, Zenkichi, no, don't do this. That guy is dangerous. This is where she tries to get up. And this is where Zenkichi sighs and all that, saying, I know you were going to do something like that crazy. Hey, Uzen-san, I took these kind of string balls that you have, and so I'm about to start using them. This is where, well, what's it called? Uzen says, wait, what? This is where Zenkichi throws it all around what's it called, like the 13 members, and well, not around them, but mostly around what's it called, to stop people from coming from the exit and all that. Mostly what's it called, Zenkichi stop Mogi and Uzen and also the others from actually helping him. This is where, well, the strings are very, like, strong. It took Otsuka, well, Madaka's kind of God War form to kind of break through. And right now she seems a little bit tired and weaker. You understand? She did kind of get weaker at the fight because, well, yeah. This is where, well, Madaka say, Zenkichi, no! This is where Zenkichi kind of like first uses what's called curse energy into the strings, so they will be at least strong enough to stop what's called Madaka, even if she goes into war god mode, because he knew that she got him weaker. This is where, well, thanks to his eyes, even though he can't really see them, his eyes are similar like the six eyes. But yeah, this is where Zenkichi says, hey, what's it called, Uzen, give me the box, the one I gave you, or I accidentally gave you on accident. This is where Uzen says, yeah. This is where Zenkichi just wraps it around with one of those string balls around one of those strings, and that's where he adds curse energy. The box is made out of curse energy, so of course it's like a conductor going through the strings in an instant. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, don't worry, Madaka. You don't need to worry about me. Besides, I should worry about you more, since you're fighting against a curse user. This curse user is laughing. So, you must be Zenkichi, Gojo. This is where, well, what's the cause, Zenkichi says, and you must be Yamashi Zenin clan. This is where, well, Yamashi says, you remember me. It's been such a long time. You remember since we were 1 year old and met each other? This is where, well, Zenkichi says, yeah, and I wish I forget about you. Also, were you that bastard that always called me in the middle of Christmas Eve to go fight you? This is where, well, Yushin says, oh, you actually noticed? Yes, I was the one. I kept just declining your shit because you annoyed the fuck out of me and calling. How did you get my number in the first place? It's where, well, Yushin says, ugh. You fucking bastard. You're supposed to answer and accept the battle of the legendary battle between the Gojo and the Zenin clan, you bastard. This is where Zenkichi says, no, I'm not gonna fight you. I'd rather be asleep than fight you, so fuck off. You can't ignore our destiny, Zenkichi. You know, for being the, most powerful user right now in the Gojo Clan, and also for me being the most powerful in the Zenin Clan, we must fight each other to the death. This is where, well, he's right now having this crazy grin in his face. Mostly this person named Yoshin from, Zenin Clan, but yeah. This is where, well, Zenkichi say, not gonna do that. This is where Zenkichi grabs the white blindfold from his eyes and showed off his eyes. This is where he says, well, I can't be annoyed from you right now, so I have to defeat you right now. This is where, well, Yoshi says, then bring it on. This is where, well, they start fighting. This is where, well, Zenkichi start throwing hands with Yoshi blocking attacks and of course punching and of course like mostly using his hands. Well, open hands to palm strike, Yoshin concept, but this is where he tries to punch at Zenkichi. Zenkichi just jumps over him, grabs him from the shoulders, and then lands him to the ground and just throws him. This is where he smashes a tree. Yoshin says, I know you're going to be much stronger in hand-to-hand combat. That's why. He makes multiple darkness soldiers arise because he does have, well, the Zenin clan prideful technique into actually using shadow manipulation, but yeah. But this shadow manipulation is darkness a little bit, but yeah. This is where, well, he says, bring it on. Darkness soldiers, attack. This is where multiple darkness soldiers are rushing towards Zenkichi. Zenkichi says, such a fucking drag. This is where, well, Madaka's older brother did come from the exit and seeing this battle. This is where he's confused to see what's the cause Zenkichi with purplish eyes, but of course his eyes are different. This is where Zenkichi right now makes a red ball appears right into his hand. This is where he says, curse energy red. This is where, well, he sends it straight to the shadow, mostly darkness figures, and just blasts him away. This is where Zenkichi appears right now with a fist straight towards Yoshin's face. BAM! This is where, well, Yoshin smashes the tree saying, damn it, no, I won't lose. This is where he summons out a very powerful darkness soldier to right now speed and, well, mostly speed blitz Zenkichi. Zenkichi jumps over him, and this is where, well, he mostly kind of is trying to get towards Yoshin again. Yoshin makes more darkness soldiers and says, do you think you can get towards me? Zenkichi says, yes, I can. Like this. This is where, well, Zenkichi snaps his fingers, and this is where he points at one of the darkness soldiers, which he just switches places with the darkness soldier. And this is where Zenkichi says, "Surprise, motherfucker." This is where Yoshin says, "Son of a bitch, he copied that when we were younger." He then smashes the fist into left fist into Yoshin. Yoshin smashes into another tree. Son of a bitch. This is where, he still has the darkness soldier still around, so he launches him straight towards, Zenkichi. Zenkichi also has to deal with the elite that's right now rushing towards him. This is where, Zenkichi says, "It's so annoying." This is where he sees this kind of tree that's pretty tall. This is where, he just teleports into the tree. This is where, he says, "Look here, Yoshin, I'm not gonna try to fight you multiple times. You're clearly annoying and a bastard half the time." Yoshin says, "Come on, Zenkichi, you know you want to fight to the death. We, from the different clans, the 3 main clans, you know damn well you want to fight me." This is what, Zenkichi says, "Not really, but sir, you're pissing me off right now. So I might have to do this as a technique. I know it's a last result, and it might fucking hurt me more than you." This is where, Yoshin says, "What are you talking about? The darkness soldiers are still around. Yoshin?" This is where, Zenkichi appears behind Yoshin. This is where, Zenkichi right now says, "Red curse energy." This is where, Yoshin turns around and one thing just winds in his eyes. He sees 10 red balls of curse energy for different fingers that Zenkichi has. This is where, Yoshin says, "What are you doing? You crazy psychopath." This is where, Zenkichi has he has a red ball in each of the fingers, mostly pinky, mostly thumb, index finger, and each of all fingers, mostly in both right hand and left hand. And this is where, he says, "Curse energy red, devastation clap." This is where he claps with both of his hands together, right in front of Yoshin, and Yoshin says, "No!" This is where a red flash appears. Right now, blasting Yoshin so far, of course, making this huge ass crater and lifting up a lot of rubble up. This is where Yoshin was right now all the way across a couple miles. This is where, Yoshin's like, "Ugh, son of a bitch, psychopath." He gets up, but yeah, this is where, we go into Zenkichi. Zenkichi's hands are right now kind of burned and hurt. This is where, he used way too much curse energy into that. He's going to try to heal, but he's out of energy a little bit. This is where he kind of put both of his hands down and just breathes really hard. This is where he says, this is where, Mataka says, "Zenkichi!" Zenkichi says, "Shut up for a second. I'm fighting." This is where Mataka says, "But your arms!" This is where Mogi says, "Zenkichi." This is where Zenkichi says, "Don't worry. I'm fine. It's only a little scratch wound. Doesn't matter much." This is where, we go into, the person getting back. This is where he's using darkness towards his legs so he can move. This is where, he's kind of making like a darkness armor around him. This is where he's laughing, saying, "Zenkichi, this is the most funnest battle I ever had. I should have definitely waited more. Your power, you're so incredible power. Flowing so much energy. And I know damn well that you still have seals around your body. Those seals preventing you to use too much curse energy. You know damn well that you build up so much curse energy from the last, 14 years since the last time I met you." This is where, Zenkichi says, "Son of a bitch." This is where, Madaka heard last 14 years. She met Zenkichi at the age of 2. And this person is saying that he met Zenkichi at the age of 1. Which makes no sense because Madaka never met this person. And I think they were in like a daycare or something when they met, but yeah. Or was that playground? I can't remember when Madaka and Zenkichi met. But of course, mostly Madaka kind of took Zenkichi's hostage at that one time, but yeah. Which that still happened. Mostly Zenkichi just went a long way, but yeah. This is where, Zenkichi met Yoshin at the age of 1, when they were barely born, and yet they were still able to kind of talk and give glares, but yeah. Of course, it worked, Yoshin said, "Come on, Zenkichi. You know damn well you love fighting to this battle. You know damn well no one gave you a challenge. for being the strongest god and I being the strongest demonic bastard. You know damn well you love this battle. You don't want it to end, do you? That's where Zenkichi says, what are you talking about? I definitely want it to end. This is where, well, Yoshin says, if you want it that so bad, then you should have used a very powerful technique to eliminate me. But you just want to keep fighting. You know damn well you can't resist that instant. Come on, Zenkichi. Come on, fight me. Fight me more. Show me all your techniques that you have learned over the years. That's where Zenkichi says, idiot, I haven't learned anything. The only thing I learned is when I was one, you moron. I know. But come on, tell me at least you mastered them. Not even close. This is where, well, Yoshin say, come on. You know damn well that's a lie. You know you're lying to yourself about this battle. You want to keep fighting. I know you want to keep fighting. That's just the instinct between the clans of the fact to keep fighting amongst each other. This is where Madaka say, Zenkichi. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, shut up for a second, Madaka. This is where Madaka says, but this is where Zenkichi says. Zenkichi just cracks an evilish grin and says, yeah, I do like fighting. I just haven't really been fighting amongst the humans in this country, since they're all abnormals, since they all can use whatever bullshit or whatever. Pretty much I never fight them, just because they seem too boring to me, and I can copy their techniques, but yet I don't do it. This is where, well, Madaka says, what are you doing, Zenkichi? This is where Zenkichi says, yeah, this is the most fun I actually ever had in the last 14 years. Don't you think, or 15 years entirely? Yoshin grins and says, I knew it. You will go into your madness state. Now fight me! This is where, well, they start actually clashing. This is where Zenkichi is using his legs, but of course does use his arm, even though it's hurt, to grab what's called Yoshin's hand and remove it when he kneed what's called Yoshin in the face. Yoshin goes, come on, fight more! This is where, well, they're fighting more. This is where Zenkichi is using some different martial arts, like Taekwondo, recoil his kick. This is where he kicks what's called a Yoshin so hard to smash him into a couple more trees. And this is where Zenkichi is grinning like this evil madman. This is where Yoshin is doing the same. Madaka, she has seen this whole battle, and of course she wants to help Zenkichi, but yet she can't get through these threads. And of course the guy who's pretty much supposed to be the king of the whole Sandbox Academy or whatever, yellow hair guy, is seeing this battle, and he sees how he would never be able to match what's called Zenkichi or the other guy named Yoshin. They're basically monsters in their own category entirely. You'll see where, well, Zenkichi is laughing while Yoshin is doing the same, punching each other, making each other bleed, stabbing each other, mostly thanks to Yoshin using darkness spikes. Zenkichi smashing a palm strike into what's it called Yoshin, breaking some ribs. This is where, well, they're grinning like madmen. This is where, well, Yoshin say, come on, Zenkichi, fight me. This is where Zenkichi, he was saying, I will fight you. This is where, well, Zenkichi makes what's called his mostly two fingers kind of crossed together, mostly his index finger and middle finger together, and this is where two balls appears, blue, red. This is where he launches the red first to blast what's called Yoshin, and then uses the blue to pull them closer before he punches and clocks what's called Yoshin again in the face. This is where Yoshin coughed up blood. Of course, still grinning and just like having his mouth wider when he coughed up blood, but yet smiling, just laughing. This is where, well, both of them are just laughing in the fucking fight of this death. This is where, well, Yoshin kind of like stumbles back. Of course, he has his clothes all ripped and fucked up in the first place. Of course, where Zenkichi, he has what's it called, only his white kind of shirt and all that, and his black pants, but they're ripped and torn at the same time. This is where, well, Yoshin and Zenkichi are just looking at each other with these grinning smiles. This is where Madaka's older brother name was called. This is where, well, Mugura says, hey, Zenkichi, you shouldn't make my sister cry. This is where Zenkichi snaps out of it and says, what are you talking about? I'm not making your sister cry. I'm just fighting to the death. What every good clan member does. This is where Zenkichi cracks a smile, and this is where, well, Meguro says, I didn't expect you to be this much of a monster, yet be able to fight against another monster. This is where, well, Yoshin says, come on, Zenkichi. Ignore those humans for a second. We're gods. Gods and devils fighting. Don't be distracted by normal human talk. Zenkichi smiles and says, I guess that's true. Well, we should probably end this, shouldn't we? Yoshin says, of course. It's where Yoshin gets right now enough cursed energy to rebuild two swords. These two swords that appear next to him. This is where he says, it's time to kill you. Also, this is how Yoshin looks like, but yeah. This is where Yoshin pulls out two swords, these two swords. This is where, well, their names are. One is Kage no I, and the other one is what's it called, Yami. This is where, well, they both just exploded into cursed energy, becoming black blades. And looking at what's it called, well, Zenkichi. Zenkichi grins and says, ah. He kind of just takes some of the blood off his lips and just laughing also. The reason one thing he hasn't used Limitless or even a very powerful curse technique that would have erased was it called Yoshin and an Instinct. This is where, well, Zenkichi's just having way too much fun. This is where, well, Zenkichi, he right now lifts his hands up in the air, and this is where, well, he kind of summons out a sword out of just pure instinct. The sword that's just purely white. It's a pure white blade sword. The handle is also kind of like, well, kind of a purplish handle, but yeah, purplish and kind of blackish. And this is where, well, not blackish, mostly what's it called, lightish white, but yeah. Or not white, mostly a grayish color, but yeah. This is where, well, it has this string that's kind of like going around the kind of sword. We're not string, mostly like a, how should I say, like a bandage thing or whatever. Of course, it's like, well, yeah, it's kind of going around it. And of course, it goes around Zenkichi's arm and says, bring it on. Yoshin says, got it. This is where they both rush each other. This is where Zenkichi swinging down his sword while Yoshin is swinging both of his swords up. This is where, well, they're graying like mammoths. And Madaka says, Zenkichi, no! This is where she can see what's the worst possible case. Both of them actually kill each other. This is where Magoran says, son of a bitch. This is where he tries to smash through the strings, but of course he gets cut a little bit. And this is where, well, he says, damn it, these are strings. And they are made out of the same material as those, what's it called? Well, as Muzen's, well, not Muzen's, Uzen's kind of jacket. Uzen says, yeah, but they're also developed with curse energy. I know a little bit of curse energy, thanks to Zenkichi telling me. But it's basically negative emotions that he's using to stop anyone from getting through. Even if he managed to punch through the strings, the curse energy are still blocking it. This is where, well, what's it called, Meguro says, damn it, Zenkichi. I never expected you to be this powerful. This is where, well, before both of their swords decide to clash or even try to kill each other, this is where, well, behind Zenkichi appears this kind of halo. Being like a, what's it called, a halo of, what's it called, this infinity symbol. And of course, an infinity symbol actually appears behind in the background. This is where, well, behind Yoshin appears a moon symbol. A moon symbol with this darkness crown. This is where, well, one mostly on his head, darkness crown, while moon appears in the background. This is where, well, they were about to clash each other until Blood Tantos hits what's it called, mostly knocks the blades out of what's it called, both Zenkichi and also Yoshin's hands. And this is where both of them wind their eyes. And this is where when they turn towards their left, they see a girl with blackish hair, reddish eyes, and of course a very pissed off look at them both. This is where both of them say, oh shit. This is where, well, they both kind of say, fuck. This is where, well, before anything else happens, this is where, well, the destruction of this new person appears, but Zenkichi took the opportunity to make a red ball appear right in his finger and says, goodbye. What's it called? Well, mostly not a red ball, but mostly his hand just crackled with black and red lightning. And this is where he just smashes it upon, what's it called? Upon what's it called, Yoshin's kind of throat. And this is where he launches into trees and says, screw you bastard, don't look out of the battle. This is where, well, the girl seems to be more pissed off and glaring at what's it called, Zenkichi, and Zenkichi just smiles, and this is where he passes the fuck out. This is where, well, the girl seems to be really pissed but annoyed. This is where she goes up to the strings with the cursed energy. She picks up one of the tantos and right now adds her own cursed energy to just cut the strings down in an instant and just apologize to both, well, mostly all the school members. Apologize because of Yoshin's actions and Zenkichi's actions also. This girl says, no, it's fine. A beautiful girl like you should. It doesn't work well. This girl says, touch me and I will stab you into a million blood spikes around you so you can look like a fucking porcupine. It doesn't work well. Morgan says, oops, never mind. Don't do that. This is where she then sighs and looks towards with a calm. Then both, we go into a time skip about them kind of being in the kind of like, well, mostly what's it called? Zenkichi is looking in front of him and what's it called? The person is looking in front of him also. Mostly Yoshin is looking in front of him also. This is where, well, Yoshin and Zenkichi kind of just glare at each other. This is where Zenkichi says, so, you can say that I won. I guess that's 1 point for me for being from the Gojo Clan, don't you think? Yoshin barely speaks and says, fuck you. That was a cheap shot, you fucking bastard. He can barely talk because he did got his like voice cord kind of smashed in thanks to Zenkichi using Black Flash. But yeah, Zenkichi only did that just to kind of get that victory so he can definitely just fucking just say fuck you. But yeah, this is where, well, Yoshin say fuck you. This is where, well, they're both just glaring at each other. And this is where Zenkichi, he has a bunch of bandages, okay? He has a bunch of bandages around his body. Of course, his face is kind of covered up. Mostly, one part of his mouth, well, mostly his mouth is covered up because there was some bloody wounds on there. And of course, one of his eyes is just covered up. This is where he has a blindfold on the right eye, but yeah. Mostly on both eyes, but one eye is open. But yeah, he's able to open most of the time. This is where, well, the other side, there is Yoshin who has what they call bandages around his, what's it called, neck. And of course, where he has bandages on top of, well, his, well, not top of his head. There was not many damage on that. But of course, just around his body. It's where, well, he has both of his arms working. But of course, Zenkichi doesn't. Well, he has it tied up, but not that tied up. Where it's like he's like kind of having both of them crossed. No, they're just bandaged up, but yeah. Mostly his hands were not that hurt from the blast. It was mostly his arms, but yeah. That's where, well, they're glaring at each other. And this is where, well, a girl with blackish hair and reddish eyes appear. That's where she has like this bloodish symbol, halo on top of her head. That's where she's glaring at both of them. This is where she first scolds with the call, well, Yoshin, for being coming to South Korea in the first place. This is where, well, Yoshin tries to explain that Zenkichi here didn't actually accept my battle, so I had to come here. This is where, well, what's it called? This girl smashes her fist into, what's it called? Well, mostly Yoshin's head, and this is where the guy says, ugh, ow, that hurt. This is where he can barely speak, but yeah, this is where Zenkichi sees the girl, and the girl runs, well, mostly goes up to his desk and says, Zenkichi. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, shit. This is where, well, this girl says, you idiot. How much of an idiotic moron do you have to be? Why? And why in the love of fucking God do you have to play along with Yoshin's little plan and just going into a battle of fucking death? That's not even a part of our clans. There is no such thing as battling to the death. Yoshin is just a fucking psychopath. Yoshin says, hey, that hurts. I don't care if it hurts. This is where, well, this girl screams, but yeah. This is where, well, she just hugs at her gently and says, why not? It's a friendly battle, isn't it? This is where she gets angry and says, why you? This is where, well, her name is, what's it called? Her name is Kenzaki, and of course, she is pissed and royally pissed at Zenkichi for the fact that he was, well, first of all, she also met what's it called, Zenkichi, when she was 1 years old. She's basically a prodigy of the Como clan, but yeah, mostly the Blood clan. What's it called? Yoshin is basically a prodigy of the Zenin clan and should be the next leader, but he ignores that also. Mostly, Kenzaki also does the same, ignores the whole responsibility being the leader of the clan because, first of all, she doesn't really give a shit that much, even though she's a prodigy of having this blood manipulation that's much, much more stronger than anyone else in the clan. And Zenkichi also ignores the responsibilities to kind of being in this, well, own clan and taking responsibilities because fuck that. They're all kids at the same time. They're all 15. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, oh, come on. It wasn't that bad, was it? This is where, well, Kenzaki says, look at your body. Look how fucked up it is from Yoshin. Yoshin says, do you not see my throat? He punched me. This is where Kenzaki says, shut up. This is where, well, Yoshin nodded and says, okay, yes, miss. This is where, well, Kenzaki says, still, look at your body. You have one of your eyes closed thanks to the fact that you got some wounds on it. Why didn't you just use Limitless, you moron? You're from the Gojo Clan. They can use Limitless. You could have blocked some of the attacks from, what's it called, Yoshin. This is where, well, Zenkichi just smiles and says, I wanted to at least give him a little bit of heads before I beat the shit of him. Before you almost kill each other? Ugh, you guys are so idiots. This is where someone walks through the door, and of course, it's none other than Mogi and what's it called, so this is where Mogi and Akane kind of walk through. This is where it's a other blondish haired guy that's in what's called, they kind of counsel, or mostly the, basically, thing that's with Zenkichi and Gojo Clan, but yeah. Akane says, seriously, that battle was extremely powerful. Half the other students and half the other abnormals are just scared of you, Zenkichi. This is where, well, he also points at Yoshin. This is where, well, he also points at the girl because he doesn't know much ability, but they're just scary as hell. This is where Mogi kind of runs up to Zenkichi and looks around saying, are you fine or does your body still hurt? Zenkichi kind of says, it's fine, thanks Mogi. Also, sorry about kind of ruining your, thing that you ties up your hair. I just needed it to cover my eyes a little bit. This is where, well, she says, no, it's fine. I didn't know that was needed that much. I thought you were just, never mind. Her face is nothing but red, but yeah. This is where, well, Zenkichi smiles at her, but yeah. Of course, if you can see the smile, but you can't really see because his face is all like covered with bandages. This is where, well, Kenzaki gets angry and says, she gets kind of annoyed of, well, Mogi being around what's it called, Zenkichi. This is where then someone else appears. Mostly it's Madaka, what's called Magori or Magori. Yeah, basically Madaka's older brother, and basically their kind of sister, whose name was called. Or well, not their sister, but I'm just guessing it's their sister Naze. It's that girl with bluish hair, and she also has bandages around her face. But yeah, but this is where, well, she is just walking through. This is where what's it called? Moguro kind of says, huh, so Zenkichi, didn't expect it to be this powerful, a monster like you, being next to another monster like my sister. This is where Madaka says, still, Zenkichi, that was very reckless of you. This is where she pulls out her fan, and this is where she's covering her face, and this is where, well, she then just puts it back and says, still, I'm very grateful for you to stop, what's it called, him from actually attacking anymore. That's where, well, Zenkichi says, it's nothing to be bothered with and nothing to thank me about. Yoshin is an idiot for a lot of things. First of all, Yoshin is from a clan that's pretty much similar to my clan. He's just an idiot and a psychopath half the time. This is where Yoshin is like, hey you fucking bastard! Oh, he's like, what did you say you bastard? This is where, well, Zenkichi says, point taken, but yeah. This is where, well, Morgan kind of says, still, you are very powerful. And still, your hair is purplish with whitish color. Could be perfect for my sister. This is where, well, Madaka says she kind of ignores what we call her older brother's kind of little perverted things, but yeah. This is where Nazan kind of just ignores him also, but yeah, amazing. This is where, well, Madaka walks up to, what's it called, Zenkichi and checks around him. Of course, pressing her, what's it called, acids into, what's it called, Zenkichi, and Zenkichi's face becomes red and says, Madaka, do you know what you're doing? This is where, well, Mataka says, I'm just checking around. And also, I want you to stay beside me. I don't care if you're a monster or not. This is where, well, Kichi says, well, that would be a good question. It's just a problem here this is where he looks at the other side and sees Kensaki nothing but red in her face, angry and jealous. This is where she kind of walks up to what's the Kamataka and says, let him go. This is where she kind of puts her hand into, Zenkichi. Zenkichi says, Kensaki, it's okay, she's a friend. This is where, well, she gets right in front of Mataka and they start kind of arguing. This is where Kensaki kind of explains that Zenkichi is hers mostly since they met since they were one. And this is where Mataka says, that doesn't matter. I've been friends along with him for about at least since we were two. Were you there? This is where Kensaki says no because he teleported like an idiot. This is where they start arguing, of course, pressing their asses together. And this is where Muruga, let me say again. Muguro kind of just has a blood nose, and of course he bleeds out. This is where Nathan kind of just walks a couple steps away from Murgo because he just had a blood nose. This is where, well, Mogi and even Akane are kind of seeing this, and Akane kind of has trying not to bleed also. And this is where Zenkichi's face is nothing but red. This is where, well, Yoshin doesn't really care because he doesn't care much about love or anything. And of course, he doesn't care about the girls kind of fighting over Zenkichi. He's all just about trying to kill Zenkichi. But yeah, mostly because they're kind of rivalry since the beginning of birth. Because that's what Yoshin thinks. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, girls, can you not fight? This is where, well, they're still ignoring what's it called, Zenkichi, and pushing their kind of chest together. This is where Zenkichi's about to bleed. But yeah, this is where, well, from his nose and just die happily. This is where, well, they kind of just grab each side of what's it called, Zenkichi's arms, and this is where Mataka says, he's mine. He kind of, she basically put also what's it called, Zenkichi's arm, mostly his left arm, into her kind of chest, and this is where Kensaki kind of pulls what's it called, Zenkichi's right arm into her chest. But yeah, and this is where Zenkichi's definitely about to die, just out of having a nosebleed and a bunch of perverted thoughts. And this is where, well, someone actually appears through the door. It's mostly the principal of the Sandbox Academy. And of course, well, three other people. One very old person, someone that's kind of young a little bit, and of course, someone that looks extremely young but has a blindfold. It's where Kichi kind of managed to let go out of both of the grasp of, well, both saying, well, Kensaki and also, well, Mataka. And this is where he kind of widen his eyes, even though he still has a blindfold and all that, and sees the person with the blindfolds. This is where the person grins at Zenkichi. This is where, well, the kind of Sandbox Academy, well, kind of, not president, mostly the what's it called, principal, sits down and says, oh, you must be the three students, or mostly Zenkichi, I know you were a student, but you acted like a normal. And you guys aren't abnormal at all, but curse users. I guess from the understanding that I learned from all three of these clan heads, and you three are basically from Japan. So I would just ask you a question. Would you like to come to Sandbox Academy, or would you like to go back? This is where, well, he kind of looks at what's it called, Zenkichi. Zenkichi kind of says, I would like to stay. And also, I don't want to have any clan head perverted things tell me anything, you bastard. He glares at what's called Gojo, and Gojo smiles and says, damn it, brat. His name is Satoru, but yeah. This is where he says, damn it, brat. You see where, well, the principal nodded. This is where he looks at Kensaki, and Kensaki says, I would like to stay. And I would like to be in the same room as well as, what's it called, Zenkichi. That's where he nodded. Yoshin says, what do you think? I'm gonna stay here. It's my right, we're gonna stay here. I'm gonna fight him. No matter what, I'm gonna stay here. This is where, well, the principal nodded, saying, I see, I understand all your requests. But you probably should listen to your clan heads. Mostly the clan heads, but yeah. This is where Gojo walks up to, well, Zenkichi. And this is where, well, his name is Satoru Gojo, but yeah. Satoru just walks up and says, yo, Zenkichi, my little nephew. Yes, sir, Zenkichi says, get away from me, you bastard. No, I know what you're gonna tell me. Fuck you. Oh, come on. Come on, I just want to whisper this into your ear. This is where Zenkichi is trying to struggle, but and get away from Gojo. But Gojo grabbed his arm so he wouldn't run. Mostly the Spanish arm, but yeah. Gojo says, that's very nice. You have already 3 beautiful girls around you. Especially one from already a clan. I can't believe you're such a charmer. Damn, I didn't expect it to be such a charmer to the ladies. Come on, Zenkichi. You know you want to have that, you know, what was it called? Your other uncle, Kakashi, said to you. This is where Gojo says, oh, come on. Didn't I already sent you those books? This is where Zenkichi says, I burned them all. This is where Gojo's gonna be loud. Gojo kind of giggles another and says, that's just gonna upset Kakashi. You know, Kakashi Gojo. Oh, his name is Hatake half the time, but don't worry about him. But still, come on, don't be so mean to him. He's basically sending me fucking plus 18 books that I don't want to read in public. This is where, well, Gojo says, I know. But still, come on. Don't you at least want to have, you know, that thing that I sent you? No, I do not want to have a harem. That's not something that I want to have. Oh, come on. You're the clan head and someone who has a very powerful eye. Like me and your other 2 uncles. This is where, well, he's talking about Kakashi. So, Kakashi is an uncle of what's it called, Zenkichi. And yes, Kakashi is going to be an OC character for the Gojo Clan. I don't care. They have similar hairs, but yeah, don't worry. Of course, then the 3rd uncle is someone that has actually a powerful eye that allows them to kind of use telekinesis a little bit, but yeah. Now, of course, that's just an OC, but yeah. This will work. Well, Gojo says, come on, Zenkichi. That would be great for you and be great for the clan. You can merge one of the clans together, don't you think? This is where Zenkichi, screw you. This is where, well, Gojo says, but still. Good luck in being in the Sand Academy. I know I won't press you on anything about the clan head thing or whatever. Also, here you go, a new phone. This is where Zenkichi says, no, I think I can buy my own. Gojo says, oh, come on, hey sis, you're my little nephew anyway. I'm buying you a phone. Besides, I know the old one you broke and smashed into a million pieces. Yes, sir, Zenkichi says, how do you know that? Oh, come on, I know your little, antics about the whole harem thing. So please, come on. Don't be so mean like that. I know what you are half the time. This is where, well, Zenkichi says, screw you. Satoru smiles and says, well, I should be getting them. So good luck in the Sandbox Academy, Zenkichi. This is where, well, he, what's it called? Kinsaki's, well, kind of clan head is not, what's it called, her mother or anyone. It's basically her sister, her older sister. And basically, her older sister says, Kinsaki, why are you staying here exactly? This is where Kinsaki says, so I can get stronger and I'll see you later on in blah 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 in 3 years, blah blah blah. This her sister says, God damn it, I know what's your reason of staying here. It's because of Zenkichi. This is where Kinsaki says, no, her face becomes red. This is where, well, her sister says, don't lie to me, I'm not stupid, but good luck in that. Besides, it seems the bluish hair girl is going to try to take him away from you. Kinsaki says, I'm not letting that happen. So you do like him. This is where, well, Kinsaki says, son of a, damn it, you tricked me again. This is where her older sister laughing, but yeah. Don't worry, you can stay here in a while. Besides, if we can make, well, Zenkichi yours, then good luck with that also. This is where the older man of the Zenin clan, who isn't what's it called, what's it called, the, like, older man. I think he's like the father of, is it the father of Maya and Maki? I don't remember, but his name, what's it called, was, the clan head is named Nobito, and it's basically what's called, Yoshin's kind of grandfather, and this is where, well, Nobito says, great, when are you gonna take the responsibilities and becoming the new clan head, brat? And this is where Yoshin says, when I fucking defeat the Gojo, what's called, heir. This is where Nobito says, you're never gonna be able to defeat him, he's already too damn powerful for you. This is where, well, Yoshin says, screw you, you old bastard. This is where, well, the clan head just kind of looks at what's it called, Yoshin, and says, seriously, what happened to your throat? I got punched by the fucking Gojo Clan user. See, I told you, you're too weak. This is where he says, screw you, old man. Still, when you're in the Sandbox Academy, find someone that you like, you idiot. You need to have heirs and kids to be able to be stronger. What about that whole marriage bullshit that you gave me? Oh, screw that. Screw the incest right now. Pretty much you just need to find someone strong and out of this human world bullshit. This is where, well, Nobito says, still, you're still a kid and blah blah blah. Just go to the school, academy, whatever bullshit. Besides, your training is still there, just don't worry about it. This is where, well, Yoshin says, whatever, you old bastard. This is where Nobito says, hate you too. Yeah, fuck you too. This is where, well, they kind of stand next to the door, mostly each of the clan heads from the different clan, like the Blood Clan, the Limitless Clan, or what's it called, the Zenin Clan. I don't remember what they have much. Or mostly Shadow Clan. But yeah, this is where, well, the principal says, then you must be all three off then. This is where, well, Satoru says, bye, it was Zenkichi. I'll see you later. Don't worry, I won't be sending anything to you or towards you. I won't promise about the other two. This is where Zenkichi glares at the Gojo. This is where, well, what's it called? Kenzaki's older sister says, bye, Kenzaki, don't worry. I won't be sending anything to you anyway. I'll just say, I am back at Japan and other things. It's where Kenzaki realized that she needs to block her sister before her sister starts sending stuff. This is where Nobito says, bye, you brat. Fucking hate you. Hope you fucking die in the pit. This is where you should say, fuck you too, you bastard. This is where, well, that is happening. And of course, this is where, well, they leave. And this is where, well, Madaka says, that was interesting. Because they were in the sidelines mostly. Madaka and Nathan. And also was it called Moki. Also, well, Akane. But yeah, that's where they say, that was very interesting. Damn. The guy with black hair has a very tough time with love. This is where, well, Mugure says, that's just tough love there. This is where, well, Kenzaki seems to just be fighting a little bit with her older sister. Mugure says, damn, she was beautiful. I wonder if I can get her number. This is where they say, dude, can you stop being such perverts sometimes? And this is where they look at Zenkichi and Satoru. And this is where, well, Mugure says, I guess that guy is also a big pervert. This is where, well, they says, oh yeah, no shit. We can see that. This is where, well, Mugure says, you guys don't need to be so mean. This is where, well, that is happening, of course, this is where, well, the Sandbox Academy principal says, okay, well, it seems that you three are going to be in class 14 students who aren't special or abnormal, so cursed students. You guys are going to be cursed students. That's where Yoshin says, I agree with that, because we're curse users. So we're going to be cursed students. That's where, well, Zenkichi says, I don't really care about the name. Don't care about the number neither. Could be fucking -14, all I care. This is where Zenkichi says, yeah, can it be -14? This is where, well, the person says, whatever, that can be the number. This is where, well, they are basically above the 13th class. Just because of their raw power and how powerful they are in curse energy. But yeah. This is where, well, the principal just gets a sign and the signs of what's called Kenzaki, Yoshin, and also, well, Zenkichi. So Zenkichi writes his last name no longer as Hitoyoshi, but instead Gojo. So Zenkichi Gojo. And Sarah Kenzaki writes her name as Kenzaki Como Clan, but yeah, or Como, we'll see, or whatever it's called. And then the last one is Yoshin from the Zenin Clan, but yeah. This is where, well, the principal says, I probably won't be getting any other curse users, would I? This is where, well, Zenkichi says, probably not, unless my uncle sent random bullshit, but whatever. Whatever I know around him, his bullshit. This is where, well, the principal nodded, saying, okay. Well, you're going to be in 13th class, so yeah. This is where the principal walks away, and this is where, well, Nese kind of walks up to Zenkichi and kind of pokes him, kind of like putting down her hand around what's called Zenkichi's body and all that. Zenkichi's confused but blushing a little bit. This is where both, well, Kenzaki and, well, what's called, well, yeah. Madoka kind of glare at what's it called Nese for doing it. And this is where Mugura says, that is true. I should probably check your body, Zenkichi, just to make sure that you're fine. Zenkichi says, screw off, you pervert. No, I don't swing that way. Fuck that. This is where, Mugura says, no, calm down. This is where he had to dodge a senbon, a blood senbon, and also a punch from, Madoka and Kenzaki. And this is where they're kind of standing next to Zenkichi, and Zenkichi says, oh, thank God. Wait, no, this is more embarrassing. Fuck. This is where, Morga say, Morga kind of says, come on. I just gotta make sure. This is where, the door opens. And this is where, the discipline of the community kind of named Uzen kind of says, yo, Zenkichi, you're fine? You're great? I guess so. I want you to join the discipline kind of community. This is where Zenkichi says, I'm gonna be dragged along with this bullshit. This is gonna be annoying. This is where, Uzen says, oh, come on. You know you want to beat the shit out of the abnormals. I mean, you've done it before. That was on accident. Leave me alone. This is where, Uzen says, come on. You know you wanna. This is where, both Madoka and Kenzaki were just glaring at everyone. But yeah, this is where Morgi was kind of just like, looking at Zenkichi, kind of looking at him at pity somewhat. But yeah, Zenkichi says, hey, Morgi. That's where, Morgi says, you need something? Not really. This is where, Morgi kind of says, got it. Why are you being so suspicious around me? Well, I kind of did heard what you and that guy named Sato were talking about. This is where Zenkichi goes, shit. Oh, why is he that much of a bastard? That's where, Morgi says, it's nothing wrong. Her face was red. She just looked somewhere else. But yeah, that's where Zenkichi says, please God, it was just something else. Don't tell me it's that. That's where, Uzen says, come on, Zenkichi. You know you want to go beat the shit out of the other normals for being criminally. Besides, you're the strongest here. So, it's a good chance that you can discipline the abnormals. Zenkichi says, with my wounds and injury, yeah, it might take a while. I might have to use a positive curse energy just to kind of defeat half of them. That's where, Zenkichi, what's it called? Uzen says, so you're gonna do it? Man, fuck it. I don't have anything to do with the paperwork. At least it would get me out of paperwork, wouldn't it? Uzen says, yeah, well, I think. This doesn't work, what's it called? Madoka and Kenzaki says, hell no, you're not doing something like that crazy. You're still wounded. Zenkichi says, don't worry, I can heal with positive curse energy. That's where Kenzaki says, still, you need rest, not fighting for one day in your life. That's where Zenkichi says, fine. I'll go to sleep then. That's where, Zenkichi is in his kind of room going to sleep, but yeah. But this is where, for right now, I'm going to leave it off here for part 1 of what if Zenkichi Hitoyoshi was from the Gojo Clan. Or not part 1, probably one shot. Yeah, probably a one shot. Not a movie, probably a one shot, just a test run, but yeah. Other than that, it might be one shot, it might be part 1, doesn't matter. I might just say one shot, but yeah. And if it's gets a lot of people liking this, like, what's it called? What if I might continue it on, or I might just keep it as a one shot and might redo it. Don't know, but don't care. But bye-bye. Potato.